Thank you. Thank you, Chairman Cole, Ranking Member McGovern, and members of the committee. Today's resolutions that could be the last items that go to the House floor before members return to their districts for the next 6 weeks. They could be those resolutions. Undoubtedly, when we go back, our constituents will have questions about what Congress has done this year to address the real issues that Americans are facing, and rightfully so. There will be many issues that come up, but as we find ourselves in one of the most unforgivable hot summers in our recorded history, I am certain that many will want to know, one, what are we doing to slow down climate change? And two, what are we doing to help communities that are already hurting from the impacts of climate change? Right now, the heat waves across the country, like the 25 consecutive 110-plus degree days in my home state of Arizona, are causing suffering and even death. Workers won't have adequate protections for heat exposure. Power grids are folding under the pressure. Local businesses can't operate as usual. Unfathomably warm waters off the coast of Florida are threatening to bleach corals, kill marine life, and upend the state's tourism economy. And that's just one part of the climate change equation. Our constituents will also wonder what we're doing to protect them from stronger hurricanes, more intense wildfires, and wildfire smoke, flooding, storm surges, drought, and all the other extreme weather events that are confronting, that we see in the news every day and we experience in our lives. These are big questions, and I'm sure the American people are expecting big answers. But as it stands now, it seems that as if my colleagues across the aisle are satisfied with telling them that one thing they've decided was the most important was to pass before we left for 6 weeks was this bizarre vendetta against the endangered northern long-eared bat and the lesser prairie chicken. Not only are these measures not what the American people asked for, they are going nowhere. The White House has already signaled that they will veto these resolutions. This is a pointless political exercise and stunt. But of course, it's one that will keep Republicans' industry friends happy. And judging by everything else we've seen this year, that seems to be the GOP's priority number one. In the Natural Resources Committee, we have had hearings after hearing, bill after bill, most notably Republicans' H.R. 1, the Polluters Over People Act, that does the bidding of the fossil fuel and mining industry and is a blueprint for everything else that is followed on that committee and on energy and commerce as well. Sometimes it's a giveaway of our public lands and oceans. Sometimes it's climate science denial. Sometimes it's a free pass for polluters to leave a mess and not clean it up. But perhaps more often, it's a thinly veiled attempt to gut our most fundamental environmental laws, namely the National Environmental Policy Act, or NEPA, and the Endangered Species Act, much like we're seeing today. These attacks on our environmental protections are a shameless gift to the industry, a gift at any time, but doing it while we watch the greatest environmental crisis of our time hurt and even kill Americans all over the country, it's unforgivable. The American people, and yes, the bats and chickens deserve better than these bills. We're opposed, and we yield back.
Happy Saturday, friends. Many states are now seeing record-high surplus revenues. Lawmakers from these states have announced they want to allocate more money towards financial assistance programs. Relief would be sent out to eligible households that are behind on their monthly bills. My dear friends, I'll be going over the list of states, so please make sure that you watch until the end of this video. Also, do stay tuned because I'll be announcing the winners of yesterday's Walmart gift card giveaway. Friends, if you'd like to enter these weekly giveaways, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Many states' total financial cushion reach all-time highs at the start of the current budget year, building on record gains the year before. Since the start of the crisis, higher than forecasted revenue and historic levels of federal aid helped spur widespread growth in states' rainy day funds. The state of Maine finished the 2023 fiscal year with a $141 million surplus, continuing years of strong revenues that have exceeded forecast. But it has also prompted Republican lawmakers to renew calls for income tax cuts. The money left over filled the state's budget stabilization account, also called the Rainy Day Fund, with a record high of $968.3 million. According to Governor Janet Mills, a new law included in the current 2-year budget means that $65 million of the surplus will be spent on affordable housing programs. While the surplus revenues have resulted from stronger than expected economic activity coming out of the crisis, Governor Mills said her administration's budget decisions made sure the maximum amount of surplus funds were set aside to prepare for future downturns. Other states, including Michigan, are also looking into funding housing relief programs. Homeowners who are having difficulty meeting their mortgage or paying their utility bills may be eligible for assistance through the Michigan State Housing Development Authority. The Housing Development Authority is encouraging residents to apply right now, as the Michigan Homeowner Assistance Fund is nearing conclusion. The Homeowner Assistance Fund is a program designed to help Michigan homeowners who are behind on their monthly home payments. Also, Montana Governor Greg Gianforte has signed a bill to send tax rebate payments of up to $2,500 to most taxpayers in the state. The payments will be based on 2021 tax returns and are expected to cost the state about $1.2 billion. The rebates will be $1,250 for individual filers and $2,500 for married couples who file joint returns. The rebates will be available to taxpayers who have a Montana adjusted gross income of less than $150,000 for individuals and $300,000 for married couples. The state also waived interest and penalties on late tax payments and extended a deadline for filing state taxes. Now, friends, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer marked the first anniversary of the Inflation Reduction Act by arguing President Biden's signature legislative accomplishment will frame the choice for voters between Republicans and Democrats in 2024. The Inflation Reduction Act empowers the federal health secretary to negotiate the prices of some prescriptions for Medicare. It caps out-of-pocket prescription costs for people on Medicare at $2,000. It will be effective in 2025. And it limits the monthly cost for insulin to $35 for those who are on Medicare. The law also provided more than $300 billion for energy and climate programs. Although it represents the largest federal clean energy investment in U.S. history, it is a final bill that will be much narrower than the broad package that Biden campaigned on in 2020. That is something that has frustrated progressives. The law includes $60 billion for boosting renewable energy infrastructure in manufacturing for things like solar panels and wind turbines. It also includes tax credits for electric vehicles and measures to make homes more energy efficient. After opposing the larger proposal, Senator Joe Manchin crafted the Inflation Reduction Act with Chuck Schumer last summer. But in recent months, Senator Manchin, who is up for re-election next fall, has publicly criticized the Biden administration for how it's implementing the law. This week, Chuck Schumer joined Biden at an event celebrating the anniversary at the White House and predicted the best is yet to come. Chuck Schumer stressed the legislation is a critical part of Democrats' messaging strategy heading into 2024, where they hope to defend Senate seats in competitive Senate races. So, dear friends, what are your thoughts on Biden's Inflation Reduction Act? Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section below. Well, my magnificent and most marvelous friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this Saturday. My dear friends, thank you so much for joining me here and for being part of this community. To say thank you and to show my appreciation, I will be announcing winners every Friday for the Walmart gift card giveaway. My friends, if you would like to enter these weekly giveaways, all you need to do is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, dearest friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. The two winners of yesterday's Walmart gift card giveaway is Gary Dawkins and Anna Ramos. Congratulations, my dear friends! To claim your gift cards, please check your notifications page and send me a message. Or you could message me on my Facebook page. Thank you, friends, and have a wonderful and very blessed weekend.